What's up everyone? Welcome to Arabi Blogs. Honda CB350 RS. This is more of a modern scrambler, and this is what it differentiates from Honda CB Highness or Honda Highness. There is another color variant option available, which is a combination of black and yellow. The changes include a blacked out look instead of chrome, a shorter front and rear fenders, sleeker turn signals, a bash plate, and a new tuck and roll seat. These are the key features which differentiate RS from the Highness. The front and the rear light assembly, it's a complete LED setup, and the throw output, it is really good. The rear wheel is now a smaller 17-inch, but the tire is now wider. Both tires are now tread pattern MRFs. The ergonomics have also been adjusted to allow a sportier ride. The foot pegs are now placed further back, and the handlebar has been lowered by 2 mm. Everything else, the brakes, suspension, engine, it remains same as of Honda Highness. This is a 348cc engine. The max power it generates is 20.8 bhp at 5500 rpm, and the torque it generates is 30 Nm at 3000 rpm. The cooling system is air cooled. The meter console is an advanced one as of Honda Highness, and the only difference here is that the CB350 RS doesn't come with a Deluxe Pro version, unlike CB Highness. So this lacks the Honda voice control SS system and the Bluetooth connectivity as well. Probably this may come up in the future editions, but it is not there in the current model. Similar to the Highness, the engine is a wonderfully refined 350cc single cylinder with great power figures, 21 bhp and 30 Nm of torque. It feels and sounds fantastic. The exhaust note is on a sweet thumb note, and it really enhances the riding pleasure at higher speed. What I felt is, if you don't switch gears at the right time, you will find yourself struggling for power. The peak torque kicks in at 3000 rpm, which is pretty high. The CB350 RS requires you to constantly switch gears to get the desired acceleration. But if you manage to ride in lower gears with high revs, the engine delivers a powerful punch, and you can reach triple digits speed effortlessly. This is not a negative point, but this is how the bike is designed for. The suspension is on the stiff side, but it's not as stiff as that of Meteor or Imperiale, and it can do a good job in absorbing hard impacts from bad surfaces. The new seat also feels a lot more comfortable, and it is a bit softer as well. The RS stands for Road Sailor, and the bike does a pretty good job at offering smooth ride. The dual channel ABS brakes are also very powerful and do a good job of keeping you in total control at all times. The main difference, what I felt while riding the RS, is that its seating posture is more aggressive. Owing to the foot pegs are now slightly more rear set, and it's having a 2 mm lower handlebar. I like this change, especially for city riding. It gives a bit more control in the city, and the handling abilities of the bike are easier for you to play and maneuver. It is a very agile machine, and with the sportier riding position, you can enjoy it a bit more. The smaller tire with the wider profile also adds some more stability to the rear while cornering. Although these are marginally felt differences, but you can make out a subtle difference if you push the bike harder. So, is the RS better than the Highness? Well, if you are a rider who likes a sportier riding style, then yes, RS is the right choice in 350cc segment bikes. The Honda Highness offers you a traditional modern classic approach, and it's a fantastic bike and a fun to ride bike as well. The primary reason for introducing the RS version is to attract younger urban customers who don't really connect with modern classic appeal. The booking period or the waiting period is 6 to 8 weeks as of now. I'll be making a new video shortly listing out all the differences between Honda Highness and CB350 RS. So please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.